Hi, this is Chris. I'm going to make a December daily gratitude journal for the Christmas season 2022. To do that, I purchased this winter kit from Saguaro Sage on Etsy, and I will open that up and see what we can use to make a December daily out of it. I had a December daily last year and the year before, so 2020 and 2021. I had one book for both years, and I can't put my hands on it right now. I don't know where I stuck it away. I'll put in a clip from my video about it from last year, and you can get an idea of what that one was like. So let's open this kit and see what we have inside. So as I said, this is from Saguaro Sage. SaguaroandSageHealth.etsy.com. I'll put the link in the description. Found some papers in my stash. This I dyed a couple years ago, and I can't remember what I used. It came out a really nice gray marbly kind of look to it, like that. I have a piece of graph paper that I dyed with a combination of coffee and tea. Here's another piece of graph paper. It's a little grungier. And I had some plastic shelving on there that left a little pattern. Same with this one. So this is a purple typewriter paper. A couple of doilies. This is a cheap graph paper from Walmart, and I really like it because the blue lines dissolve in water and leave this beautiful blue ink along with the coffee dye, and I think it makes a really pretty color. So I have a couple of those. It has a vinyl edge on it, which I can either cut off, or I don't think I can peel it off. And I like that. And then I have a little bit heavier piece of paper with just a real light, I think, tea dye on it. Here's coffee and tea. I call it cough tea, with some plastic tablecloth to leave an impression. That's 11 by 14, legal size. This was dyed with Downton Abbey English Rose Tea, and it came out this very pale, almost lavender blue lavender color. I like that. That's good for a winter journal. And here are these are black and white scans of some watercolor paintings I did. And I was just testing it out. Might use that. This is the Downton Abbey tea still. Took several pages of that because I thought that color would be good. And then I just got some plain white copy paper, and I think I'll do some stenciling on this. So those will be my pages. I'll do about 16 pages, I think. And that will give me enough for front and back, and then 31 days of December. I also have these leftovers from when I made my first December daily a couple years ago. So there's just different fussy cuts and things that I used for collage. I also have some digitals. This first one is from My Porch Prints on Etsy, and she has some fussy cuts. She has pages of fussy cuts, and she has a lot of Christmas items. I used some of these last year, so I have all these scraps, and I have these bits that I cut out last year and I saved. And so I can print out some more prints from her shop that I bought. And also Irresistible Printables on Etsy. She has some beautiful watercolor type illustrations. She has these pages. So I might use a couple of those pages. I might print them here. I might print them on 28-pound paper. It's a little bit, see, this is very thin, the 20-pound, and the 28-pound is a little bit heavier. So I might print some of her pages out on 28-pound paper and use some of those. I use these folders to keep my digitals. I put the name of the Etsy shop up here, and then I put the full pages in this pocket, and then I put the smaller cutout pieces in this little, it's a CD report folder. I'll put a link in the description below. I found them on Amazon, and they come in assorted colors. There's a pocket here for a CD, and then a pocket here for your report, whatever it is. But I think they're great for digitals. And then I store these in a hanging file folder box, just one of those cardboard banker boxes. And that's been working out really well. But wait, that's not all. I still have stuff left over from last year. So I have this whole entire file box here. And inside here I have some leftover pieces from last year. And I won't go into all of this, but I'll try, as I work on this, I'll try to let you know where I got any of these items so that you can get them too if you want to make a similar book. I've cleared off my desk, and I'm going to start with the cover. And I'm going to use this as the cover. It's directional. And I'm going to make it, my pages are 5.5 by 8.5, so ideally it would be 9 by 6. But I'm going to make it a little bit narrower so I can include the spine. So first I'm going to score it, and you can use your cutting board as a score. So I'm going to make sure my blade is out of the way, and I'm going to take my bone folder and run it right down that crease. So right where the blade would go, you can run your bone folder and use that to score. Now I'm going to do it. It's going to be hard to score it. So if this is 12 inches and I was to divide it in half, 6 inches on each side, then I wouldn't have much of a spine. But if I have a 1/4 inch spine, that should be enough. So I'm going to do 5 3/4 on this side. And I'm going to do 5 3/4 on this side. And I'm going to mark this. Okay, so 5 3/4 here. I'm just going to mark this one. 5 3/4 here. And mark this. And then I'm just going to cut at an angle, so a little bit wider at this end and angle right to that end. And we'll remove that. My paper's cracked, so I'll have to figure out something for that. Okay. Let's take care of this spine and give it some reinforcement. Well, that's pretty. I reinforced the spine since this paper was cracking with this strip from another paper, and I've just been working it. It doesn't like to be folded, so I'm going to have to persuade it with some glue, and then after I bind the book I can cover the spine with something pretty. Okay, now we've got our pockets. Paper's very thick. When I glue a pocket, I like to put something in there just so that it's not quite so tight. And that way I can fit lots of goodies in there. Okay, we can set that aside now and start folding our papers for the signatures. Okay, I'll pick out some papers. I really like that one. I should scan that. That's really pretty. So there are some pages in here from Irresistible Prints, Irresistible Printables. She's at Etsy, Irresistible Printables. And there's some full pages in here, so that's 11. Those are so pretty, I want to use all of those. And then here are some of the embellishment pieces that go with it. Okay, so now, how to decide. So this one's printed on the back. This one's printed on the back. This one's printed on the back. And this one is almost printed on the back. I guess that's a very faint page, so you can write on it. I'm not going to cut off the little margin that my printer left. I'm just going to leave that on for this particular journal. I should think which one I want to have for my centerfold. I kind of like the fox. Now, before I fold these, I'm going to scan some of these papers that have a really nice texture on them, a really nice dye on them, and then I'll be right back. Well, I scanned all these pages. They came out pretty nice. So I'll probably make a digital kit. Some of these colors are just, they came out really nice on the scans. I'm kind of mixed up now. So let's see. I'm going to have this to be my middle spread. Now with this one that didn't print very well, this is on 28-pound paper, so it's nice and heavy. I'm just going to put something down the side, cover it up. So let's see where we are. I'm going to start sorting these together. Now I'll go through them again and I'll see if this is the one I want on the front or if I want something else for the very front. And I think I need to turn some of the blank ones around. We'll see if that's the same one. So I need to do something else. I This would be kind of cute for the front because it's like home. So we can swap those around, and I'll just go through and start swapping. See what I like. Now I'm going to go through and check if there are any white pages back to back, and I'll probably change that. Now we have our book started. And the next thing I want to do is trim up some of these pages. You can see as they're folded in against each other, that pushes the pages out and it makes them long here. So I will go through and pick out some of these pages. I would say from about here. And I'm going to trim off that little edge. Now we're going to stitch the book together. I just made an executive decision. I'm going to make this into 2 signatures. I think it'll be easier to manipulate. Okay, I have a template here. I have marked on this side for 3 hole and this side for 5 hole for a 9-inch book. I have some scrap foam core and some other kind of packaging foam that I will use to protect my desktop. Then I go through and I make sure that my pages are centered if that's the way I want them. I'm going to use this pokey tool since the other one, a needle keeps falling out of it. I want to make sure my needle goes through. And then, what kind of thread do I want to use? I've got 2 kinds of waxed linen thread. I've got some, I think this is button and carpet thread, and I think this is button and carpet thread, and I got some dual duty in brown. So I think I'd like to use the white linen. We'll see. It might be too thick. It might not. It might be hard to get through the holes. back through the middle one without splitting the thread. Tighten it up. Don't want to pull it so tight that it rips the paper. One thing about this wax thread is it stays tied because the wax sort of melts into itself. So in the next video we'll start decorating it. Some of the decorating I like to do as I'm going through it in December, so that each day that I journal and write my little gratitude, I add some decorations. So next time we'll just add a few decorations. We'll cover up these pockets that are upside down. When we'll do a decoration for the cover, and I think this might be all right. I might not have to cover the spine. It looks like it's holding up well now. This little part that cracked is okay. It's fine with me. And then I'll show you how I use it and some of the digikits that I will be using. I'll show those in a little more detail. I'll print out some more pages from those if you're interested in making something like this. But you could get started now and make your book, and then in November I'll show how you can use it, give you some ideas how I use mine, and that'll get you started to come up with your own ideas. Thanks for watching, and have a great day crafting. Bye bye.